Charleston White is getting his wake-up call. For a long time, he thought he was bigger than what he is, right? He talks this black stuff in one breath, and then he goes over there and coons and sells out to them W folks, right? So Say Cheese TV is the person that really made him. When Charleston White first started and he started making his ascension, he was on Say Cheese TV. Say Cheese TV was showcasing him everywhere. But Charleston White, on all the platforms that he went on, he's eventually had a falling out with these people, right? And when it comes to him, it's everybody else's fault but his. Now, he goes on to everybody's platform. He disrespects people. He talks down to people, especially black folks. He says all kinds of things. So now when somebody goes on to those same platforms and speaks about him, now all of a sudden, I'm not working with you no more. He wants to condemn the platform. He wants to talk down on them because he wants to control you, right? So he never thought that Say Cheese would do what he's doing now, right? But check this out.
So I had a reality check. Ain't no friends in this industry.
I mean, you said people sit on this couch and talk about you. For one, I let you sit here and we talk about whatever. That's fine. But the minute somebody comes on Say Cheese and they say your name, it's a problem. It shouldn't be like that. Oskino said your name, it's whatever. That shit started from Gilly.
But listen, hold on. But Say Cheese TV asked the questions for my name to be said.
No, go back and watch the old Oskino interview, the last one. He said, I'm forgiving everybody. He said, the only person I'm not forgiving is Charleston White. That came out of his mouth.
So let me just say
we weren't even talking. I wasn't even thinking about you, bro.
I understand that. But guess what my partner Say Cheese, what my nephew Aiden Ross gonna do? Hey, guys, make sure y'all cut that. We're not even gonna create that segment because we know what he's gonna do. We know he gonna respond. So when Charleston say something, make sure y'all edit that. None of that, homie, because you want your brands to come. See, right now, it's cool when I didn't know better. Now I know better. So you do better.
So Say Cheese, his channel start to really blow up, and he's starting to make money. And he has the mindset like, this dude ain't gonna control me. I see what you're doing with these other podcasters and what you did with the Danza Project, what you did with these other people, those guys out of Fort Worth that he was dealing with, right? He fell out with everybody, right? And he must have really thought that Say Cheese was going to really kiss his behind and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to edit those out. Because he talking about with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross would have edited this out. At one point, I didn't know better. Now I know better, so I do better. So on the Black Podcast, you just say all kinds of stuff about people's kids. You do all kinds of wild stuff, right? But when you go over there with the W folks, you go over there different, right? Come on, man. But like I said, this is the stuff that we deal with. Now, he didn't think, I think that he really thought that he would go in and be able to bully Say Cheese TV. But Say Cheese TV ended up interviewing Oskino again. And they got right to business. They got right down to talking about Charleston White.
We got the new, wait. We got the new king of YouTube. The new king of YouTube. Oskino Vasquez, man. How you doing?
I want to say this, right? Like, instead of me taking the route of having a crazy ego, I'm just so thankful. Real shit, though. Like, I mean, because at my age, sometimes a lot of times it's over. It's done. You're done. You know what I'm saying? You can get some money doing whatever else, but you don't be getting money for being popular. You know what I'm saying? Especially doing something just being yourself. I don't have to act like a character. I just act the same act on here as how I used to act all day. You know what I'm saying? So I was on Vlad, we was talking about you. You saying?
Really?
Yeah, we was talking about you. Vlad like you a lot. You know what I'm saying? I could tell when he talk about you, he proud of the stuff that you're doing. And he was saying you made Charleston White. He said, yo, he made him. He said, everybody know that you made him though. You on the interview I saw you was being very humble. Yeah. I know you're a calm boy, you smart, but I know in the inside of your brain, you were saying a lot of stuff. Because you could hear it coming out a little bit, but you was pulling yourself back.
Yeah.
Like, what when he said you want to see him fail, he been around you more than me, I'm sure. He know you. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, boy, you just do anything. Then you bigging up Joe. Now, mind you, I watch Joe Rogan. That's the most podcast I watch the most. Joe Rogan, right? But Joe Rogan not gonna have you on there. Joe Rogan ain't with all that. I mean, Joe Rogan do a lot of like science, a lot of science. You naming the boy Adam Ross. I don't know Adam Ross, but he naming all people that's white, right? I'm too smart to be racist or anything like that, but I'm not gonna put down somebody that put me on as black, that's young, But bro, you could be doing anything. You could be out here robbing somebody, bro. You put this man on the map that get money, and he said that, so that show you his character.
So in my opinion, on what I'm seeing now is Sean is trying to stick it to Charleston and let Charleston know what you do with them other guys, you ain't doing it over here. I don't need you. I can flourish without you. You know, the internet still goes on. Things that go on outside still goes on. We gonna have interviews. We gonna do what we need to do. But as far as dealing with your bull crap, I don't need you. And you starting to fizzle out anyway because people starting to move on. New stuff is going on. New people is coming out, right? You had your 15 seconds of fame and it's just about over because people are tired of you, right? People are tired of you. So with Oskino, I think what happened was Charleston met his match because he got with somebody that he couldn't get up under their skin. And they can talk real fly just like him, right? And people start laughing and start clowning Charleston based off of what Oskino was saying. He wasn't able to use his so-called comedic, whatever he wanted to be a comedian, Charleston, to actually hold the crowd, right? And make fun. You know how he like to talk down and make fun of people, and then he have a whole audience laughing. Well, what happened was he did that with Oskino, but Oskino came back and had everybody laughing at him. He don't like it. So now, Say Cheese TV, he started to voice his opinion on how he felt about what Charleston did.
But what hurt me was that the that he's doing, the Instagram. I'm the one that told him, yo, start an Instagram. Charleston White has had over 10 Instagram accounts, and he keeps getting them taken down. And I'm the one telling him to clean up his image. I hate to take credit for a lot of stuff, but I believed in him before anybody. You feel me? So that was what hurt me. It's like, why are you acting like Aiden Ross is the one who? Aiden Ross is clean. He's going off what we got going.
Let me I got Charleston White figured out. What he do is this. He say whatever to try to big up somebody else to put you down, but he gonna put Aiden Ross down next. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do.
And see, somebody like Say Cheese TV, he's upset because, like you said, he feel like I was the one that told you to start, the Instagram and all these different things. I showed you how to do this. I helped you get up. As soon as you get on, you want to turn against me. You want to try to bully me and go over there to the W folks, right? Because they ice is colder. And this is why a lot of black folks don't want to deal with black people. Because a lot of times, man, we two-faced it. We not loyal to each other at all. Right? Soon as the W man come out and he start dangling trinkets in your face, we abandon each other. We run right over there to them, right? And that's exactly what Charleston is doing. And Say Cheese feels some type of way, right? And you can hear the passion in his voice, when he's talking. He's like, man, I can't believe, out of all people, he would do this to me, right? So now Oskino is going to break down, when it comes to Aiden Ross, how that's not going to really work out. That's only going to be short term. He's going to end up turning on Aiden Ross too, because Aiden Ross and them ain't going to cater to him in the way that Say Cheese and all the black podcasters did. So it's going to eventually be a problem.
But let me tell you what make him a cold coward though. Like Say Cheese want to put me down. Sean Cotton, my friend. That's not separated. They ain't separated. If Phil Knight don't like you, Nike don't like you. It ain't no separation. You just trying to say it in a way so you can still have a look at without being super disrespectful, but you a cornball ass. What it really is I'm cooking this fucking toast.
I was thrown for a loop because, for one, let me say this. A lot of this didn't start until you said what you said on Say Cheese. And I look at it like this. Charleston talks about everybody on Say Cheese. So it's like, people can respond if they want to.
He said a lot of stuff about me on Say Cheese.
Yeah.
About my son, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't purposely trying to set up a play, but I'm like, oh, okay, it's a back and forth. People want to see them sit down.
But you say he try to act like he put it together. He's so much of a fraud, right? Yeah, I'm like, this boy's
and this is just going off what he's saying. I think he thinks that I called you and I put this battery in your back to go at Charleston. That's not true.
You never said nothing about that.
When he said that shit about Gilly, you on your own stuck up for Gilly and his son.
Yeah.
In our last interview, you said that you weren't going to forgive Charleston White.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting this battery in your back. This is really how you feel. We don't.
And anybody that know me, nobody can't put a battery in my back. I got.
We don't sit on the phone and come up for plots of what to talk about Charleston White on Say Cheese. Like, we talk about a whole lot of other shit, bro.
Anything back during the interview, he was already souped up. You know him. Without me even knowing, I could tell he was waiting to try to end it, to find a way to get out of there and try to.
Yeah, but and there you go. So it's like, I know with Charleston White, we've all seen it. You back him in the corner, when you stick up for yourself, when you don't agree with him, he walks off. He'll walk out the interview. So I'm like, I just want to hear him out so I can see it from his perspective. Because a lot of shit he said, like I said, was true. I'm a student. I'm not the biggest platform in the world. I'm not the biggest, and I get that. But that's why I didn't snap on him. That's why I didn't. I was just trying to have a conversation with him. But he was mad that I didn't agree with everything he said. I'm not a yes man.
Charleston White created his own problem. You know, when he came out, he mentioned Oskino. He talked about Oskino's son that passed away. You know, he went overboard and started going at Gilly's son, right? Apologized and then did it again, right? He went overboard when he talked about Matt Hoffa's daughters, right? And y'all let him get away with it out there. Y'all let him get away with it, right? He done went too far across the line many a times, and people let him get away with it. So now, when he's getting pushback, and people are going on to the major platforms that can really get the word out there to give him pushback, it starts to water down, his presence. And he don't like that. He don't like that because now he's starting to fade because he was looked at as the bully. I'm bullying the gangs. I'm bullying the rappers. I'm bullying everybody, and I'm playing the character. But now, when other people ain't playing the character and they're pushing back on him, it's showing down that the bully can't really fight. The bully's really a punk. When you stop running from the bully and turn around and say, all right, come on, let's go. Bully hits you, you find out, oh man, I ain't even hurt. Take this, boom, 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 boom. Now you find out that the bully is really a punk, right? And this is the thing. The money that that Say Cheese was paying him, man, he ain't paying, Oskino probably getting half of that, or not even half of that. So they could do a whole bunch of interviews, right? And he could bring a whole bunch of other people on there. Because Charleston White's starting to fizzle out, man. Like, people moving on, man. There's a lot of other stuff going on. And the way Charleston White carries this stuff, man, people getting tired of that stuff, man. People getting tired of it. But Say Cheese made him, and he has no loyalty to nothing. So now the other podcasters, they see this. They know Say Cheese made him, and they seen what he did to Say Cheese. So it's only a matter of time. If I deal with you, you gonna do that to me. If you do that to the actual dude that actually put you on, right? The minute we have a disagreement, we already know what it's gonna go. So, and that's how a lot of these Negroes are, man. And it's sad, but that's just where it is, man. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.